Welcome back, everybody. So not too long ago, I was driving and it was a really bad rainstorm out, and I was in the Viper for whatever reason, and driving down highway, not too many cars on there. The one other car that was near me shoots up a giant rock. It hits the side of the car here, explodes like a shotgun cluster, and does a number of chips in the paint. So just trying to think of a few different ways of tackling this. I know there's like Dr. Color, and then there's just like regular paint stuff that you could buy at the car parts store or online, you know, something like this. And some guys said online that like the Dr. Color setup is basically just this and then some acetone. So we're gonna try that out and see how that goes. And then also I have some stuff here on the front. So the thing about being not the first owner of a car is that you have some artifacts of the previous owner, and I don't know if you could see it here. Seemingly they scratched the bumper and then they repaired it with probably a paint pen or something like that, but they used metallic black, so there's little flecks of sparkly stuff in here, and the paint on this Viper is just black. You know, there's no metallic particles in the paint or anything like that. So we're going to try and fix that and a couple of other things on the Viper cosmetically, you know, despite the, the Viper being really dirty. We're going to see how that goes because there's a couple of blemishes from rock chips and stuff, and we're going to see how we can clean that up. So right now I just have a little bit of acetone on this rag, and it's not, you know, it doesn't do anything to the paint. The clear coat is very resilient as long as you're not soaking it in acetone or anything. I want to get the area nice and clear for this paint product. And we have some areas that are down to the aluminum, and then we have some areas that have just chipped through the clear coat down to the paint. And it's funny because it looks like just the clear coat peeled away in that area, as if it was just a separate coat, not well attached. Wipe away the paint that would be on the surface outside of the little chips. And this paint is drying very quickly. It's already gummy. All right, it's already gummy, so let's see what if you get a light wiping of acetone. That's what these guys were saying in the comments of some of these videos. You do a light wiping across. These glasses. Alright, so this side is actually working pretty well. I was afraid of the towel going down into the crevices and removing some of the paint that's there. I tried this on the Challenger like 15 minutes ago, and the paint was coming off from inside the crevices, but I'm going much lighter here than I was when I was doing the Challenger. So maybe that's actually going to work. I could see here in this one that paint did come out inside the actual chip, so we're gonna have to go over that one another time. Alright. The chips are still there, but they are not bare aluminum anymore. This is a brand new bottle of paint too. These things dry up really quickly. Again, looks like it grabbed some that was in that chip, but the touch-up paint that's on the surface is not as noticeable as you would if you just did touch-up paint. It's actually smoothing down pretty nicely. I wasn't too worried about doing this because the acetone removes the touch-up paint so easily that if you make a mistake, like a really bad mistake, you could just wash it off and then just completely start over. Like any of this paint that's on the surrounding areas just wipes off with this acetone rag. Of course, you know, just don't keep wiping it because you'll start eating through the clear coat, it said. You can still see it from far away. It's still not the best. But it is doing, well, it did kind of wipe away on the inside again. Alright, lightly over the top. This thing's dried for about a minute or two. I didn't go so long, but you can see here already, you know, we're pulling some of the paint off. As long as we don't go down into the crevices too much. But of course it's hard with a towel like this. It's clear that we're not going to get perfect even coverage with this technique. But, you know, it's not bad. For whatever this costs, whatever this paint thing cost, and then this acetone, which I could use for other projects. This isn't bad. And what I would like to see is if this acetone's going to take off that metallic silver, or not the metallic silver, the metallic black paint from that previous owner's touch-up. This doesn't actually look too bad. I think from far away, you know, you have a blemish, but it's not. Yeah, let's go clean. No acetone-free towel. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Maybe we'll do a Dr. Color and see how that goes. Alright, so you can see here in the front we have that paint correction, let's say, and it looks really bad. Even when I bought it, it looked really bad. clearly because you have that metallic paint instead of just black. So we're gonna hit this with some acetone and maybe it'll remove it. Let's see. We're getting somewhere. There's definitely a lot of surface scuffing. You could see the metallic pieces. Well, you can't see it here. On mine, you could see there's little shiny bits inside the paint. This isn't even... I wouldn't even have considered painting over this. I would have just polishing compound this. But it's so nice that the paint came off, because we could probably just buff this out. Yeah, this is like somebody's boot or something scraped across this. Or a box fell or something. It's not even a scratch. So I'm gonna get my polishing stuff and we'll have to see if we could polish this out, because those are really, really superficial scratches. All right. These scuffs are a little deeper than I thought they were going to be, which is unfortunate. But either way, in my opinion, the scuffs look better than that horrible paint job that they did. It's been like 3 weeks or maybe more since I shot that last bit of video just before this. And I've been driving it around without this paint on here, and I haven't noticed it at all. Whereas with the paint touch-up, I saw it all the time. So it definitely is not as white now like it was before with the scuffs, but they're still there. Like, I see the camera has a really good angle on it. Realistically, I don't know if this is going to come out now. The bumper is plastic, so maybe that has something to do with it. I can't imagine this is that. Like, this has to have paint on it, so it's not like that. But that doesn't look like it's doing much. Maybe with a mechanical buffer, that might actually help, but I got a little bit of a scuff over here yesterday when driving. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be it, I suppose. There's not much else we could do for that. I don't want to cover it up with that paint. The paint looks so bad. This, I feel like, can't really notice it too bad. Plus, they already, I live in Illinois, so you have to have a stupid front license plate on here anyway. Even though some people don't do that. So I guess it is what it is. There's not much we could do. So we did the door with the paint chips. We did the nose on the bumper cover with those 3 lines. And then we did that kind of off camera. We did the side panel of the car. I had this long scrape that you guys saw. The after pictures look really good on that one too. We learned a lot doing this video. You could buy kits like Dr. Color and stuff like that. I didn't even buy those. I think that the touch-up paint turned out really well. It was beyond my expectations, because usually you get like that blobbiness on there. But for the paint chips on the side door, they turned out really nice. I'm happy with that. The bumper cover, it is what it is. It looks better than it does, you know, with the touch-up paint. Like they used that metallic touch-up paint on there, which really sucked. Even without that, before the buffing, it still looks so much better. You can't even really see them if you're far away from the car. If you're up there looking at it, you know, every car has its cosmetic problems unless it's just sitting in the garage all the time. And then the side, you know, that buffed out pretty nicely. I don't have a mechanical buffer right now, so, you know, maybe that would go well, getting all of those things out, you know, polishing that stuff out. But who knows? I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. We learned some things too, and for as much as I drive the Viper, she's gonna get some cosmetic damage to her, unfortunately. You know, you take her on the highway, or you know, you're driving on a nice day like it is today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, we'll see, or tonight rather, we'll see. And if it rains, it rains. Cars get caught in the rain, you know, and I like driving her too much to worry about small cosmetic details like that. You know, I'm gonna keep the car forever, hopefully, and you know, I'm not gonna worry about that stuff. So it's nice to be able to find out those ways of fixing those small defects yourself without it breaking the bank or anything like that. And you know, doing things yourself, it's a nice sense of self-accomplishment, so it's pretty cool. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and please tune in for more whenever they come out, and we'll see you next time. And thanks for watching.